Guys, what's up? We're back at it again. It's me, your boy Starman, and I'm here with Devontae. Just repeating some of these picks and bans. We had a client crash in addition to some tech issues, but we're back online now.
No cure for fools.
So
Right,
we're gonna
back
have
here
to.
in the picks and bans that we had here, it seemed like Team GG was going for a strong pick comp. Well, not pick. They were going for a strong poking comp there. And they had things like Zach and Singe to try to make sure they don't get engaged upon too hard.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if you have Singed in your team composition, when they dive onto your back line, you're just kind of killing yourself. So you have to be really careful about how you engage and where you engage.
So you already really broke down what GG was trying to do, but then we really didn't look into what Never Back Down was doing. They had things like Shen, bans like Annie and Caitlyn, which I didn't understand because I feel like Caitlyn will help you win the poke war, Gragas will help you engage if you want to, and Annie is just hard engage. Like you can't even...
But they'd selected Jinx for the AD carry, which means if you're playing Jinx, you don't want Caitlyn. And if you don't want Caitlyn, you definitely don't want the other team to have Caitlyn because that negates some of the positives that you have on Jinx. So I feel like the Caitlyn ban isn't too bad, although I would have liked to see them take Caitlyn if it was going to get through picks and bans.
What do you think of the first three things they picked? They picked Shen. He's got pressure all around the entire map. He gets really tanky overall. They picked Xin, who can easily be a late game carry, and they chose Nami, who's good at disengage, but not the best.
Yeah, I think Nami is just a power pick for lane because Jinx is going to come into play here, Crazy Chris. And Nami is just a really safe laner with Jinx because Jinx is very vulnerable without her traps. Wait a second.
They chose Ashe.
Did they choose us? I'm almost sure that Jinx was selected. I'll let the admins dish it out. Obviously, I either saw incorrectly.
I do believe they chose Jinx the first time around, and I know for a fact they didn't choose Teemo.
Yeah, no, definitely. Either way, so same thing with Ashe though. She's a fairly vulnerable laner as well. So
and they didn't choose Vladimir. Vladimir chain instead of the shit Singed.
Okay, so there's a few changes here. It looks like, but it looks like the last four picks they're saying were not locked in. Those were problems. So whatever, both teams have now made a change, so it really doesn't matter. At least from what we saw from our perspective, it looked like Singed was locked in. It also looked like Jinx was locked in. Regardless, this is what we actually have now, which is Syndra in the mid lane. And I've not seen Thrivy play Syndra, but that might be scary. Not sure how scary it is versus Vladimir.
All right, so what I'm thinking that Team Never Back Down wants to do is they want to catch one member of GG out of position and then use slows like Ashe's arrows and the taunt effect from Shen to like bring them in and then pick that off and then push somewhere when they have the 4v5.
That could be the case. I think they definitely might also be trying to utilize that exact same tactic, but with Shen in an off lane so that you have the enemy team to rotate. And during those rotations, they're going to make slip-ups or mistakes that you can capitalize on. Like you said, you can pick them out with Xin Zhao, and then Ashe can slow, or you got the Syndra stun, stuff like that. So that
and
we might see
if this ever becomes like an ARAM match, they can just get one Ashe slow, and the Syndra can ult and blow that person up. It'll be gone.
Yeah, so Vladimir is a great
like
pick.
Vladimir and Zach.
Yeah, that's the problem. So Zach isn't going to pop. He's going to be pretty tanky. And Vladimir, besides his Sanguine Pool, is also not going to be super squish. So I feel like those are some pretty strong picks, and those are going to be the picks that vary. If those characters manage to get ahead or are their job well, then that's going to spiral the team to a much better success rate. But if they're going to get shut down, then I think you're going to see Syndra walking all over everyone.
So based off of right now, who do you think has the greatest chance of winning? Or do you think it's still a 50-50 split?
It's never 50-50 split. Right now, I'm going to lean towards Never Back Down. And the only reason for that is I don't have a ton of confidence in the Varus pick. I think it's just as bit as immobile as Ashe, has weaker CC, slightly better damage at range. But I just feel like he's way more vulnerable. And even with Lulu, who I also don't think is a very strong pick right now because of the nerfs, there's so many better peel supports. I just think it's a weak bot lane, and that brings out the weakness in their comp altogether.
I actually agree with you here, but mostly because I think that the Ashe arrow picks, there's so much pick potential here on Never Back Down that I really favor them better.
Yeah, and this is not even getting to the tidal wave from Nami. It's not necessarily a great starter, and it's not necessarily like an end-all disengage or something like that, but it definitely is icing on the cake for all the other CC they have available to them. if they have units that are going to be attacking them, you're going to see Nami just leashing out that wave, and it's going to slow them up a little bit, give Syndra, give Ashe a little more time. And conversely, if people are trying to get away from them, you're going to see that Nami wave catching up and slowing and maybe even securing the kill. So I think that Nami wave is going to be really important, and not so much her bubble. I think the bubble, although great, is going to be somewhat irrelevant because of the size of the fights we're looking at.
I agree. Call me old-fashioned, but I always favor the team that has the greater CC to win. And right now, Nami bubble, her ult, Ashe arrow, Syndra stun, Xin Zhao knock up, taunt. It feels like Never Back Down has way more tools to fight right now.
Yeah, I definitely think the draft phase goes to them. The path to victory for Guardian Gaming is Jace getting ahead and Varus getting ahead. If those two do get ahead, then Lulu is going to come into play as a strong peel champion. I already said not the best, but she's going to be, the stronger her carry is, the stronger she is. And Vladimir and Zach are going to be given the space to do whatever they want. So I think if Jace and Varus get the leads that they're looking for and manage to win out their lanes, you're going to see a lot more pressure on Xin Zhao and Shen in the defensive area. And so they're not going to be nearly as able to complete offensive plays.
Well, let's find out which strategy prevails in the first game of Never Back Down versus Guardian Gaming.
Absolutely. I cannot wait for this one. This is going to be absolutely awesome. Game 1, best of 3. We're in week 5. One of the last weeks where we're going to be having the best of 3. It's going to be going to best of 1s, which is going to make it A, easier on casters, B, harder on teams because...
It's gonna be real stressful.
Yeah, you have one game, to quote Eminem, you have one shot, don't let it go to waste, to make or break that week, and that's just going to make things really stressful for the teams, which I like. It brings out more of the stage performance and not as much of that, oh yeah, it's whatever, we have 3 games to make something up, right? So, Skin War, this is the most important part. We see Arclight Varus and Blood Lord Vladimir. Wow, okay, never mind. Never mind. Away so fast. Don't even get to count skins. That's unfortunate. Yep. We're right into the game. So we've got Guardians Gaming. They're on blue side. And we've got Never Back Down. They're on the red side. And this level 1 strat should be pretty interesting. Because, I mean, I think both teams have a potential for a level 1 here. Maybe not the best level 1, but a level 1 nonetheless.
I am lagging behind a little bit here. My machine is, how you say, am I allowed to say shitty on stream? Am I allowed to say that?
Rather you didn't, but yeah, it's possible. We could use the word potato.
It is a potato.
Okay, so we got a game pause real quick, and that's good. We all get to catch up to Gecko's client crashed, so that's going to mean we're going to have to pause it real quick.
Worse than me, fam. Feels good.
Exactly. You talk about potatoes. So now we get to look at first items that some people have bought. No surprise, Xin Zhao went for the Hunter's Machete. Zach went for the Talesman, or whatever that is. I don't know exactly what it's called. Vladimir. Yeah, Hunter's Talesman, that's right. Vladimir went for the Dark Seal. And Varus opting for the Doran's Blade, whereas Ashe opting for Doran's Shield. So you see the expected defensive portions. Ashe is expecting. She's expecting to be defensive in that lane, which means that could give priority to the bot side of GG. Lulu,
I mean, it's smart. She knows that she doesn't really need to win lane in this matchup to win the game, so it doesn't have to go aggressive.
I 100% agree. I think that's why, straight up, if you're just matching Ashe versus Varus raw worth, if you will, I think Ashe is rated higher. Now, depending on your team comp, you might want Varus because of the long-range poke, but I think her value late game is higher than his value. So if the lane goes even, I think she wins by default.
No, you couldn't do this because your client loaded faster, but oh, never mind. I can't look at skins either. Dang
it. No skin shopping for you. So something we didn't touch on is summoner spells. Thrivy opting to go for Ghost, Flash, as opposed to Ignite or Heal or Barrier or Exhaust even. And we see HamCam opting for the Ignite. Good old-fashioned, very, very aggressive play.
It's nothing. They're not doing anything aggressive early on the side of Never Back Down. And I like that. It shows that they understand that they don't need to win early hard to win the game. They know they have this game if they just don't fall behind.
Yeah, I really think that is definitely their mentality of we can outlast the enemy. Our comp scales slightly better, and if we force those rotations, the mid game is where we're really going to be getting ahead, not early game. Not we're not going to win this game at level 1. So I think that shows definitely a level of maturity and reservedness that is definitely worthy of note for Never Back Down.
I mean, it's always exciting to see a lot of fights, but it's always refreshing to see a team that understands that they don't need to fight all the time to win.
Yeah, definitely. I think games that are won by bloodbaths are super fun, especially for play-by-play casters, but they don't really show the full skill range of all the people involved.
All right, so we've got acute syphilis. Looks like they're going to check that the possible invade. No.
I don't think that... No, arrow didn't even hit. So what I think is a really interesting matchup is the Lulu versus Nami. They both have the Spell Thief's Edge. Oh, Lunar Gecko getting a little damage down. That's the level 1 advantage he needs to win his lane. Oh, traded right back by Thrivy. No give, no take there. But with those 2 Spell Thieves, that means both of them are going to want to trade regularly. So I'm going to be interested to see which one can really out-trade the other. Because if you can stop them from attacking you, you deprive them of their gold income for a degree of time. And that way you can really, really get ahead as far as support goes. I know all about that support life. That's my jam.
Well, I don't actually play a lot of support. I mostly play a lot of top lane.
Well, good. We have opposite ends of spectrum as far as knowledge on the map. And surely we can bring together some meaningful knowledge somewhere in the mid lane. So it looks like pretty good leash by both bot lanes, and that's going to be both junglers starting on the bot side of the map, which means, of course, they're going to be top around 315, 330, depending on clear speeds.
I want to note that none of them started Raptors, so we're likely not going to see any aggressive jungle plays so far.
Beautiful double bubble coming on from Syphilis, and Crazy Chris is going to actually not win out on that one. Takes back too much damage as he was a little late getting up to poke. That was super aggressive bubble right off the gate, though. Another attempt at the bubble.
That was a good arrow.
That was a very good arrow. Managed to catch both of them. Definitely the early game plays can get you a little advantage, and right now both teams want some sort of advantage. Nice bubble once again.
But the polymorph comes out, cancels damage.
That's 2 for 1, or 2 for 3, excuse me. Bubbles so far, which is pretty good ratio. If you can land 60%, you're doing something right. So now we have Xin Zhao and Zach moving up towards that bot side, or top side, excuse me. Both have cleared Raptors, actually, which is weird. Zach picked that up. Yep, okay. Nope, it's not awkward. And now Zach's looking for something mid. Heads up, though, that bubble could result in a kill. Crazy Chris has the slows. Just not
they're
quite.
Just gonna go ahead and they're going to back off a little bit. Lunar has a nice Wayne pushing top.
Oh, heads up. Syphilis is now in trouble. This is going to be bad. Heal comes down. That's going to be Crazy Chris looking for more. Exhaust comes out. 2v1. DT goes down onto Crazy Chris. And now it's going to be Lulu on the backside. Ebb and flow. The shield is just enough. Flash comes out. Definitely revealing back and forth of this bot lane. I was saying they're going to want to play passive, but that's not in the cards today.
It's amazing they're able to do so well when they're supposed to be playing so defensive.
Yeah, and I think it really comes down to the fact that both of these supports are trying to get some sort of aggressive advantage so that they can hold over the other and kind of push out some of that farm and some of that gold from the tribute. Typically, if you have aggressive supports, you're going to have an aggressive bot lane. Oh, Dwarf and Gecko are trading back and forth. Alpha's here. Nice hammer. Good flash, but the follow-up is going to result in first blood.
Xin Zhao. And now Never Back Down is in a really good spot. All they have to do right now is just literally sit back and let Xin Zhao scale forever if they can. But
yeah, I definitely think if they just keep letting him get some kills, it's going to be really great as they level up through this. And it's unfortunate. Lunar Gecko was actually looking really strong versus Dwarf. He had him on half health. He had about 300 health over him in that lane phase. and he did have a small CS advantage. It's even now, but that was really, really strong looking, and maybe he was going to get that lane lead that he needed. But I Was an Alpha was also in the top lane.
Yeah, he pushed in really hard early, and that's a risk you sometimes have to take at the top lane if you really want to get a lead ahead. But if you know that you can't be able to kill them before it gets a turret or dive, you're looking at a really bad gank.
Exactly. That being
Now,
said,
Xin Zhao's hit level 5. He's got red buff.
Yep. So we could
He's
see more
healthy
from
and
him.
mana. We could see another gank.
He's down a little bit in CS due to that gank, which probably isn't going to be near the goal that he got for the kill deficit, but it is something to say Zac is not necessarily wasting his time. But I would expect to see it the other way around. I would expect to see Zac ganking and Xin Zhao power farming.
I think Zac is probably going to try to power farm to get his 6, and then he's going to want to either go mid or to go bot lane.
I don't feel like there's huge kill potential mid unless they get a really good trade-off there, because the mid laners aren't trading back and forth too much. And when they are, Syndra is at such a distance, I'm not sure Vladimir can close it and deal damage. Another bubble, that makes it at least 2 for 4 that we've been watching.
Oh, he's coming, so we're going to see something in bot lane with Zac. But the enemy team is pushing, so I don't see how he's going to get anything here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's been spotted by a minion or if they just were, if the wave was just going that way anyway. Wave management is so crucial when you're trying to coordinate with your jungler. You can see Trivy trading back. He's not getting the best side of that. Heads up, polymorphed, and now once again Acute trying to get away.
I don't want Ashe to stay in that lane. She doesn't have any mana, and Varus is full. I think she should really just back.
Yeah, I think CS being as even it is, Varus did back already. I don't see why Crazy Chris should stay in that lane anymore.
I mean, it's possible they're communicating with their jungler. They're trying to let it push up so they can get a gank, but he's spending a lot of time in top lane. I feel like the communication's not happening right now.
Speaking of top lane, I think he's going to try and make something happen here. Not bot, but top side. He's closing in on the Gecko, and there it is. The ultimate comes out. Ooh, miscommunications. The taunt goes the wrong direction, but he's knocked airborne, and that's going to be another kill. Is it? No. Dwarf.
Oh, how much health did he have? 36 health. One more auto attack than anybody.
And that is when you really miss old Shen with the Vorpal Blade. A little bit of range for Shen would have definitely resulted in some easy pickups there. Either way, that's going to be...
All right, so now it looks like Zac is either going to try to do some counter jungling or get a gank. Looks like a counter jungling.
Yeah, I'm not
no,
sure
he's getting
about
vision.
the counter
Yeah, he's getting vision.
You're against Xin Zhao. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to counter jungle him. He's got his jungle clear all the time for the most part. And you know he just ganked top, so he's gonna, you know he was in that jungle not too long ago.
All right, mid and top are gonna back.
So it looks like Ashe still not backing. I think, as you were saying, because she's low on mana, she's actually losing out on some CS because of the pressure that Mr. Jeremy's putting on that.
It's possible that she's waiting to get an ult off. Xin Zhao is coming, and let's see what we have
There
here.
it is. Double CC lines up. Shen comes in, and Xin Zhao as well. Are they going to continue diving? They do. I Was an Alpha is going deep, but now he's going to take a ton of damage. Heal comes in to save him, and that's going to be Teleport coming in. This is the Gecko looking for more, and Hamcam's in the wings. Bubble goes out, doesn't connect on anybody. I Was an Alpha trying to do something, but he's not going to. He's going to go down the first in this fight, and now the Sanguine Pool is going to be just enough that he's going to get overshot by the Dark Sphere or Repel the Weak, and now Hamcam on the retreat from Dwarf. So many low members of GG are making out. Zac comes in, final shutdown. Trivy, it gets taken out. Now Dwarves on the run. That's an interesting interaction there between Nami and Shen.
It's a really good swing in the favor of GG.
Sure was a lot of fighting for only 2 kills.
Yeah, but they didn't just get 2 kills. They also took out Nami's exhaust. They got Ash's flash and her heal. The mid laner doesn't have any summoner spells, and top doesn't have teleport or his ult. That's nice.
Well, all the members of GG used their summoner spells in that fight, Lee. Every single one of them was used. Teleport, flash on everyone's part, heal and exhaust for bot lane were all used at exactly the same 30-second time period. So summoner advantage is actually still in favor of Never Back Down. But they do get that... no, they don't get that dragon. They ended up jumping out of there. Huh. You're absolutely right,
the
though.
gold lead for now, but Ash's arrow is already up. That is a really low cooldown.
That's crazy low cooldown considering what it does. I'm not sure I agree with that.
How long was that fight? That was like what, like 2 minutes?
Yeah, that was not even 2 minutes, I don't think. Minute and a half, maybe. You can check it. Here, have a look here. Ash. 100-second cooldown. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. That is really low.
Oh, we're going for a Rift Herald play here.
Dwarv's gonna go in on
There's no
Hamcam.
fight. Oh my
I was
god.
Alpha gets absolutely blown up, but now Hamcam, Sanguine Pool just in time. In comes the big blob, and that's gonna be Scatter the Weak, followed up by the Sphere Short. That's gonna be the end of the man with the hammer. Ricky Ninja trying to find something to do off the backside of that fight.
Lunar Gecko did so much damage to I Was an Alpha.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy, but he does have the Colorful's Warhammer and 2 more longswords to go with it. Heads up, Thrivy now in danger. Hamcam
Oh yeah.
gonna get popped up there and popped out of the game, or rather, at least for 20 seconds. That's just gonna be Hamcam picking up the kill. And with a 15 CS lead over Syndra, that gold's gonna be very nice for him. They have this kills. Meanwhile, topside, you do see Jace has a slight CS lead on Shen, as well as the kill and assist.
GG does have a growing gold lead here.
They're definitely getting up there to the point where I would be worried about losing a fight against them if you come to all 5s. At the same time, you've got Varus, slight lead, again, about 10 CS over Ashe, and it's kind of fluctuating as the wave goes out. Not super worried. Ashe has 1 big item breakpoint, which is that BF sword. Varus opting for Bilgewater's Cutlass and 2 daggers. Excuse me, sorry, English is hard. Yeah, definitely his arrows are not doing near as much damage as they were, since he's not building straight damage. So with those few items coming into play, looks like Shen has the Balmy Cinder and a Chain Vest, so Thornmail, not Thornmail, excuse me, but the Sunfire Cape is in his future. We have Sorcerer Shoes, Fiendish Codex, and the Lost Chapter, all built by Syndra, getting a lot of those low-cost AP items. Not sure what she's building. There's a Polymorph, lots of damage. The Nami is going to have to heal that up. No sweat, though, since they don't really have a lot of want to fight here. And Dwarves still put under pressure by Lunar Gecko. Oh, look at that damage. Just like you were saying, that is a lot of damage to put out. I think Lunar Gecko is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, 2 members of Guardian Gaming are on the top side just as Alpha comes in to hold the wave while Shen backs, and I Was an Alpha's baiting him out. Here it goes. That's the Zac coming in with a slingshot. Shen ult's going to come in. Stand united they will. And that was a very clever bait that just didn't quite pay off for Guardian Gaming. Definitely well thought out, though.
Pay off pretty well for Guardian Gaming. They traded Shen's ult cooldown for, what, Zach's E. I can go bot lane and there's nobody to help them.
That's true. That is true.
Unless he wants to burn TP, in which case we can shove top.
I'm not sure Shen's ult is worth the time, though. To be honest, I'm trying to calculate that. He's there for about 45 seconds. I'm not sure how many camps that could be. I'm not sure. I think if you're right and that's what he's thinking, then he has to make it pay off bot side because of the time spent top.
Well, maybe he wants Dragon or not.
Whatever the objective is, he needs to do it before Shen's ultimate comes back up, or else I think it's an overall loss compared to disconnect.
That's there's gonna be a pause.
Yes, definitely. So I'm sure someone can tell me exactly how much gold 45 seconds is worth in League of Legends. We won't have time to talk about that, I guess, because there's the DC and the reconnect. So I'm sure as soon as she's loaded all the way in, we'll have a resume. It's always kind of hinky whenever these pauses go down because sometimes enemies can see each other. And when that happens, it's always like,
kind of an unfair advantage going on here. But...
yeah, people have time to strategize. So I feel like these pauses definitely can be more problematic.
Also, I apologize, viewers, for my long rips of silence. I've been really trying to figure out what these teams are going to try to do with their advantages. Because Zach is ahead, and now he has Shen's ult down. So this would be a good time to go ahead and start camping bot lane so you could get both of your ranged carries up, high in CS and such. But he's doing his Krugs, so I don't know what he wants to do with that lead.
Yeah, I think that's a hard nut to crack, figuring out what goes on.
I mean, it's possible that getting that their original plan was to just kill Xin Zhao, and getting Shen's ult was just a bonus, like a happy accident. But I don't think that I feel like they planned a little bit more.
Yeah, you certainly want to hope that they planned a little bit more than just, hey, let's go up here and see if we can kill this guy. I'm sure if we talk to him and ask him what, they'll probably be like, oh, we just thought, hey, let's go up here and kill this guy.
Well, Zach is going to back, and Shen's ult is almost up, so I guess that was a happy accident.
I guess it must have been. Or he just couldn't find anything down south to really make it worth his while. Thrivy's on the way north, though. Up through that river corridor. But there's a control ward there. Heads up, flash taunt.
Coming down. Blocked
it. Gecko under the CC. And Thrivy is going to use that ultimate. Ooh. Not going to result in anything but his own death. Heads up, though. Bot side, Ashe is caught in those bonds of corruption. Dwarf, meanwhile, topside, trying to escape under tower. It's not going to happen. Double kill for the Man of Blood, and Crazy Chris is on the retreat, polymorphed. And it looks like the defensive support pick is going to pay off at the end.
It's a terribly unfortunate swing. Are you sure there was no way for them to see Vladimir coming up there?
No, we are pretty sure because all the ward coverage topside is blue. 2 control wards up there on the riverside. I don't think they could have seen him coming up at all. But they should have been watching, because when Syndra moved, they saw her walk
left,
through.
So they could have assumed.
Right, they should have probably assumed that, hey, he's coming up here.
Also, did Syndra shove before she left? She shoved, right?
No, she did not shove before she left.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The lane was pushing towards Vladimir a small amount. It was off-center. And here comes that dragon. GG. But Crazy Chris is here, and Scatter the Weak comes in. Not going to hit anything. Beautiful stun bubble. Thrivy picks up the kill. Heads up. There comes the Man of Elasticity.
He's still very big.
Absolutely, he has knocked him right back towards hand cam. This could be another double kill. Teleport comes in. That's going to be Shen joining the fight momentarily. Meanwhile, Nami doesn't know where to go from here. Beautiful attempted dodge by Thrivy. Doesn't come through.
It's not going to save her, though.
It will save her, though. She's alive yet. Acute Six goes down, and that's going to be Thrivy trying to find a way out of this. Scatter the Weak stuns 3. Beautifully done. Elastic shielding shot. Thinking better of it. Brilliantly
done.
Very
good play from Syndra. I have no idea what 2-digit amount of health she got away from.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Alpha just taking a little bit, but I think we'll see something similar topside.
Oh,
Whoa!
Vladimir's doing so much damage.
That is an incredible amount of damage.
We're going to take a look at the CS chart, see what's happening here. And that is, it's almost at about 11 CS lead.
That
Not
is
bad.
crazy, though. Vladimir now 6-0. An absolute force to be reckoned with around the map. That tower is going to go down, no doubt. Lunar Gecko, however, is going to get hurt. Is he going to be able to turn this around?
Because you don't want to trade life for that turret.
No.
Okay, he's going to live.
And they're going to get Dragon anyway. That's the Ocean Drake. First one of the game goes to Guardian Geek.
So the game isn't going at all how I thought it would. My initial belief was that Vladimir was going to...
Whoop! Heads up. There comes the man again. And boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Double kill for the man in the pool.
My original thoughts were that they were going to have their top and bot be their carries, and Vladimir was going to be tank, and his job was to essentially soak up as much damage as he could before he died. But that's clearly not the route they were going for.
Clearly not. It would have been a nice attempt. Alpha here with Ricky. Oh, he slaps him together, pulls against the Gromp. There's a huge amount of damage once again coming out from the man, throwing out a whole bunch of diseases. Looks like everyone in this game is going to catch a little AIDS, and from downtown comes the snipe. Lunar Gecko picks up the kill. And HamCam is absolutely everywhere, picking up all the kills. 8-0 now, legendary.
It is 20 minutes into the game. We've got 32.3k on GG to 27.7k on Never Back Down.
That's an absolutely apocalyptic advantage. If we don't see GG turn this into a very quick win soon. Oh, missed opportunities. Except I think that might have been a double kill. Heads up. There's the pause.
People have been disconnecting. I feel I'm going to chalk this up to Never Back Down. Someone has bad connection. It's not their fault. It's not why it's happening.
It's lag, guys. It's lag. Probably lag. I would get behind that. I'll get behind it is lag. I'm with that. Either way, we're going to pause here, and enemies can see each other. That was a very quick rotation on the side of GG, and now they have both outers for top and bottom, and the outer for mid is very low. I'd like to see a rotation mid, and then possibly Baron even. Now, at this point, no one can challenge them. There's not a player.
They could go Baron, and they could end the game.
Yeah.
No one was able to get Rift Herald, right?
No one got Rift Herald, which is another missed opportunity for both teams, but there was so much fighting going on. I'm not sure there was a time period where it was... Well, I'll tell you what. When they were waiting for Shen to come back from lane, trying to set that trap for Alpha, they probably could have got Rift Herald then.
Emmy's back. Sorry, his internet's trash.
This just in. Never Back Down, losing because Nami's internet is trash.
Well, I'm with you too, Nami. It's very hard to commentate this. But what Never Back Down, I think what they're going to learn in the next match is they're going to go and they're going to get a lot more deep wards into the enemy jungle's vision. Because many of the ganks that they had here were simply because they couldn't see it coming. If they could see any of it coming, like 1 or 2 ganks, they probably wouldn't be in as bad a hole as they are now.
I think most of it stems from that mistake topside when Vladimir got up there and really got rolling. And when you mentioned there was no ward coverage there, there was no way for them to see him coming. They should have either intuited that he was coming, or they should have had the ward coverage before making that kind of roam.
And it's not like they have to ward all the time. You just know that Zac is really big when he gets 6 or like 5, so just ward around then. Like when your jungler gets 5, start warding.
Yeah, no, I agree. And if you plan on roaming, you should lay out a few wards in advance. Take a look up there, drop a ward, roam down, or come back into lane, push the lane out, and then head up wherever you were going to go or do whatever you were going to do.
Yeah, because when Syndra went up there and she died, the wave wasn't at the turret yet, and they could have had some damage there if it was.
Definitely, and that's going to be Acute Syphilis and Crazy Chris taking a bit of damage from that powered Q coming out from Jace, who is also pretty big. He has Yomu's Ghostblade and BF Sword now completed. Looking at mid laners, Leandri's Torment, Hextech, what is that one called? Excuse me.
Mhm.
Hextech Protobelt is completed on Vladimir. So some pretty big item breakpoints for them. I don't think they're going to be able to defend this tower. Wave's too big. They don't have enough wave clear. Just going to concede
The
that
best
one.
bet right now is to just like really catch Vladimir with his bloody pants completely down at Baron. Point.
Yeah, that might be just what they have to do here. But either way, it looks like they are rotating up here. Oh, HamCam is huge. He's going to be in this
right
fight.
into
Look at
Vladimir.
the damage,
Unfortunate.
unstoppable. And that's going to be 3 members going down. Absolutely instantaneously. Ace! Double kill for the man with blood. Double kill for the man with the hammer. That's Baron easy.
And
Wow.
it just shows you, like,
And look at the work
look at how
coverage. Look where the
important
work coverage is there.
Vision here. It's just not.
Yeah, there's so many control wards being placed down by GG, and I don't see a single one for the side of Never Back Down. And that whole thing, they just walked straight to a bush with Vladimir, the 10-0 Vladimir now. That was crazy.
A lot of people would say that this is happening because like Vladimir got lucky, but it's not. They have vision. They know it's safe to go in. That's why they do. It's not. These aren't lucky picks. Vision is extremely important in competitive play.
I think Vladimir might be worthy of ban, but here's the problem. If he's comfortable in Vladimir, and if he's as comfortable on a different champion as he is on Vladimir, the same vision is going to be there. You can't ban vision, right? So it doesn't matter, really. You can only ban so many champions towards one player. Or I guess you could target all 5 bans at one guy. But you're absolutely right. The problem is not necessarily the champion. The problem is definitely in the vision.
And I apologize, everyone. I do have low frames, so I can't really do like choice by choice commentating, I guess. But I can see the results and talk about those. He does play by play. I do choice by choice.
Choice by choice. I like it. Some of the choices that have been made so far, Lulu does have redemption completed. I hear an elastic slingshot somewhere being stretched out. Nope, not going to come through with that. Blade of the Ruined King completed for both
See
80
what the
carries.
items we're gonna get here is. What I would want to see coming out from Never Back Down is possibly sending a Squishy to split push. I know that sounds absolutely terrible right now, but the thought process behind it is that you want to buy time. So if you think you could possibly get them to be greedy and chase you, you buy a little bit of time.
That's true. That is true. But right now the split push is Vladimir, and he's just having his way with it. 4-1. Now Syndra's going to that top side to try and challenge him. The 4v4 bot here might be doable, but Jace has Guardian Angel up and running right now. That Baron empowered. There's a huge hit. Thrivi, I think, is going to go down from this. Yep, there it is. There's the kill. Legendary 11-0. This is absolutely destroying the base of Never Back Down, and now it's 3v4, and there goes the Elastic Slingshot. It's going to be a fish on the barbecue, and now the man behind the shadows trying to cover his own fate is going to get hit with Redemption. It's going to be a kill for Varus. Inhibitor surely is going to go down.
It's been 24 minutes into the game, and Vladimir has not died once this game.
Yeah, it's just absolutely incredible at this point. I don't think there's very much you could do to stop this juggernaut that is Guardian Gaming. They're going to take game 1 very, very easily looking, and all based on small decisions around those wards. Heads up, Vladimir might die here. He is going to go down, and that's going to be no immortal for the Man of Blood, but nonetheless, Guardian Gaming comes out on top for game 1.
So that game was a textbook study in how important vision can be in the competitive scene. You know, if you had vision in those areas, you were known to back off from the, the 6-0 Vladimir before he became 12-0.
Yeah, do we even have to talk about MVP, though?
No, Vladimir wins.
Vladimir. HamCam, congratulations. MVP for the man with the very bloody pants and blood all over his hands as he spilled the blood of every single member of Never Back Down. He did get a kill on each one of them, which is incredible. Wow. So that means we'll be shifting very quickly right along into the next game in this best of 3 series. Give Never Back Down and Guardian Gaming a little bit of a chance to sit back, kind of analyze that game for themselves, trying to figure out what they did better, what they did wrong. I think the big mistake that if you're going to nitpick Guardian Gaming is that silly Zac bait top. I know it worked out pretty good. They got the channel, but I still think it was a waste of 45 seconds of 2 players' time that could have been spent doing any number of things. I think that was silly. Other than that, they
just didn't capitalize on it. Like I feel like they got lucky because Vladimir took advantage of the fact that there were no wards.
Yes, yeah, I think so. The ward coverage. If the ward coverage if the ward coverage changes up, I think we could see a very different game. Because you saw the players match skill to skill, straight on mechanics wise. There's not a huge difference between these players because
until Vladimir went off, Never Back Down's bot lane was winning.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So I think skill wise, it's not a matter of mechanics. It's just the macro play. You need to keep vision. You need to make smart roams and be able to handle what the enemy throws at you and be aware of what they're throwing at you at any given time. Because if you can't figure out where they are and what they're doing and who they're trying to kill or what their objective is, you're just as blind as if you didn't have your own vision of your own team.
So what do you think is going to happen now with the changes? Because I already know there's going to be a Vladimir ban now. We know that much. Might be a Zac ban. I don't think they're probably going to ban Zac and Vladimir. But what do you think they're going to change about their actual play styles?
Actual playstyles, I don't think there's going to be too much change. I think you're going to see that same consistent rotating on warding that Guardians had. I think they're going to continue to do that. I think they're just going to place their wards out, get good ward lines and vision coverage, and make smart roams. I think their playstyle is going to stay more or less the same. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw... obviously, there's not a lot of champions that are just like Vladimir, but we're going to see something similar that brings the same kind of pressure. And then you're probably going to see a jungler who's focused on ganking, and they're going to make smart plays. And then conversely, I think the change might be that Never Back Down obviously bans out those two, and then maybe they play a little bit smarter, or they go with a more gank-heavy jungler and focus more on just overwhelming the enemy, and that way, even if they do have ward coverage, it doesn't matter. They can just gank here, gank there.
If I were Never Back Down, I would shift from using a carry jungle strategy to a support jungle strategy. I would pick Ivern in the jungle, and I would go with ADCs that pretty much peel themselves. So I'd probably try to pick a Xayah and see if I can get just like a massive amount of damage in the mid lane. When you have a support jungler, you don't have to worry about getting invaded and stuff because it really doesn't matter. You're not going to carry the game. Your job is to keep everyone else ahead. So you can stay in lane all the time. So even if they get that good ward coverage and they get that mid laner roaming, the jungler's whole job at this point is to roam too. So you're not going to get a kill, especially not on Ivern, because Ivern's going to shield you and walk away with his creepy tree legs.
That is very true, and it's also pretty hard to invade Ivern because of his ability to just secure camps, and his clear speed's pretty good. So, yeah, I think Ivern could be a good pick here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw somehow Gragas slip through. If there's a Gragas not banned somewhere, maybe we could see a Gragas jungle. I think that would be pretty good too, because that's going to provide a lot of the same ganking mechanics and some of the support mechanics. Obviously, he's not a shielder or a healer, but he definitely is there to supply some CC. He can peel, and he's so versatile.
With Guardians Gaming, I would go I'd go the opposite route. If the team was as coordinated as I think they could be, then I would actually go and put Kayle support in the top lane and possibly just like run a Master Yi, because I feel like with all that vision, they can really have their jungler do things that they shouldn't be allowed to do at all.
That definitely could be the case.
Like the strategy would be to just like to pick one lane and just run that down, and then when that enemy team eventually starts to try to help them, just keep running them down in the jungle because you have vision. You have vision control. Why not?
That's true. That's very true. That's another thing that a lot of teams tend to do. We saw it a few times here where they had the kill close and they chased it, and you chase into no vision. And it even happened on the side of Guardians a little bit, but they were so far ahead it didn't matter. But that happens so much early where they chase in hard and they go from an area where they did have vision, where they made the play, the catch, and they go to a division they don't have area, and now it's really hard to continue that sort of pressure and fight when you don't really know what's out there.
Okay, guys.
I really can't wait to see what they choose for their mid laner, because they're not getting Vladimir again. So I want to know, like, who did they think could have that much, as the larger impact as he could?
Okay, guys, we're gonna take a small break in between. Just a short little break as I am getting a little bit caught up in what's happened. I just took like a bit of a step away, so just a small break for you guys, and then we can catch back up with everything.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Okay. So until the meantime, be right back, everybody.
Okay. Did he turn the stream off? Oh, what's this? Starman?
I think he gone for like a short while. Well, I did say a small break.
Army, what does the chat look like?
The chat looks like a lot of clutter with a lot of messages.
Am I doing well?
Yeah, from what I can tell, nobody has any negative commentary to you guys. You guys seem like you're doing your job really well.
I mean, I had like a few moments of, no, several moments of silence.
We will need to get Devontae back in here eventually. So we'll have to communicate with the teams on that one.
I just said I had like a few moments of like straight silence where I didn't say anything.
Hey guys, by the way, I did get up, as I said earlier. How many pauses happened in that game?
I think like 3.
Three?
Okay.
Yeah, about 3.
All right.
3 or 4. It depends, because they paused twice at the beginning.
Just curiosity, that's all. Anyway, it looks like ever since we talked about it now, it looks like they're saying that casters are looking good.
We're doing good? Yeah. I'm worried about those moments of silence where I just didn't say anything.
Just need another caster in here because he's not in the lobby right now. So we'll have to have one of these players drop down to the spectate so we can.
Wait a second. I thought I got you in here. Where did you go?
He was whisked away by the magic, probably.
All right, let me get you back in here. Okay. So I will be right back. I gotta momentarily do some things real quick. I will be right back. I'm gonna mute the stream. First off, I've
Mhm.
unmuted the stream and everything's back to the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna go
Thanks for
back
that
to
warning.
yes. I'm getting everybody back into order. Everything's finally in the right spot. I'm gonna continue streaming, and I'm not
Okay.
gonna get out of my seat this time. Huge
All right.
mistake. Huge mistake. Okay. Now, go ahead and say ready when ready. You're already
Well, we
live
need,
and ready to go when you guys want.
Still need Devontae in
Ready.
here.
I'm in here. That's fine. Oh no, you didn't invite me. Yeah, true.
Gotta invite him. Someone has to invite him.
Well, while I wait for that invite, the most important thing for Never Back Down right now is it's their mindset right now. Like sometimes when you get when you take a loss like that, you kind of like doubt your team's skill set, and that'll make you make bad plays. So like the first thing you want to do is remind yourself that okay, we all made mistakes. None of us are like bad. We can do this next match.
Yeah, I definitely think that when you suffer a defeat that was fairly quick and one-sided like this one, it makes it really hard to just look at things rationally and reasonably and say, oh yeah, this was the issue and that was the issue. It really turns into like, oh, this was a problem or that was a problem. That's more of a personal thing and not so much the actual like analyticals of it.
Like when you're thinking about how you lost a game like this, you never want to say he did this or she did that. Think about we did it. Like, don't say that support didn't ward. Just say like we didn't ward enough or we didn't call out roams or MIAs. Like,
okay, so
go ahead and move
you
this
guys
one,
ready? Go ahead and get yourselves in position, guys. Let's get this underway. We delayed long enough. People are really ready for the next game. There you go.
Alrighty, there we go.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, Army. And good luck to both of these teams as we start to get this thing really moving. And here we go, Champ Select. Round 2. Guardian Gaming versus Never Back Down. Game 2, best of 3. We're going to get right into it. Bans, first one coming out. Boom. There's the Vladimir off the table. Not going to be played.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
And Master Yi also banned out. So again, Alpha not going to get to play that Master Yi jungle. See what this next one is. You were predicting Zac, were you not?
I was predicting that Zac would get banned. Yes,
Okay,
it was
so
a combination of Vladimir's roams and Zac's pressure that made them lose that last game.
And
the
there we
lack
go.
of vision.
Talia. So might see Zac in round 1. If we don't, and he's not picked, then he's definitely going to be banned in round 2.
Well,
Darius
now I'm
actually
just
banned.
mad.
Oh, you're right. There's the Zac ban.
I'll come back stronger.
Gangplank also being taken off the table. Interesting decision.
They never want the gangplank. I don't understand.
Never want the Gangplank.
Fiora. Okay. All right.
All right, I like the Fiora pick actually. I think it could be really strong because if you can win that lane, then I mean, it's just gonna be big. So also, I'd like to point out that there's a top laner here who was not here last time. 2KG, which is Two Kings Gaming, Fearless. Two Kings Gaming was a branch off of another organization, and Two Kings has a number of games, or not games, but League of Legends teams. So interesting to see one of their members here in the Duo Esports arena. And Gragas slipping through those first few bans.
I like the Fiora pick for Never Back Down Gaming. It shows a lot of confidence after that because Fiora is pretty much a skill matchup in every matchup.
It's absolutely true, especially with the repose, how it is now. It's really, really hard to say that she directly counters someone or that someone directly counters her.
They're going to go ahead and take the Lulu and the Jinx.
I feel like Lulu maybe either they picked it just so that,
They couldn't have it.
yeah, or they, because I can't think of another reason you would want to pick that first. You just let the support pick it, unless they're trying to conceal the jungle pick.
Well, maybe they all want to go for a Voltron.
That could be. Could be.
You know what a Voltron is?
I know what Voltron is, yes.
Cool.
looks like Gragas has been low-key selected. Might see that locked in here.
No cure for fools.
Okay, for the audience, if you guys don't know what a Voltron is, a Voltron is, it basically means that they're just like building a team around one person. They want to make that person big. So
That
they're
could
like
be
pick
what they're trying to do
Lulu.
here with Fiora. That would be pretty good.
You see it a lot probably when you want to have like one carry like Fiora or
Understood.
maybe a Master Yi, like gold.
So we got 2 bans down, or 3 bans, I should say, from these last 4 that we have. Yasuo and Akali taken off the table, as well as Caitlyn taken away, as it is still one of the picks available.
Why not just pick Caitlyn?
I'm on to
I'm not sure why they don't want to pick Caitlyn.
And you're so safe as an ADC. You can scale into the late game. You have a little bit of zoning.
Yeah, it's true. It really helps the team a lot. I think Caitlyn's a solid pick. I like Jinx. Don't get me wrong. I think Jinx is a great pick as well. I just think that Caitlyn.
I don't like Jinx because she does not have an escape. Guys, Jinx's passive is not an escape.
No, it's a chasing mechanism.
People always tell me that Jinx has an escape. It's her passive. Like, if I have to kill whoever's attacking me to escape, then I didn't escape. I just fought that person.
Who says that to you? I want to know what kind of friends you have that they're sitting there telling you that Jinx's escape isn't a passive or a passive.
I have a
is
lot
an
of
escape.
bronze friends.
Oh, okay. Well, see, this makes so much more sense now. Either way, Nautilus support, almost no doubt that's going to be Nautilus support. And Azir. Here we go. Phoenix Fire. I am really hyped to see Azir. I love Azir. He's one of my favorite mid lane champions.
Now that I see this, I actually kind of like their comp. They have everything they need to keep either Fiora or Jinx alive and just zone for as long as they can. I like that idea.
Yeah, no, I definitely think they have a very good opportunity here to both win early and dominate late. I think that's very good.
Oh, Shyvana.
Ooh, spicy! Shyvana is a brilliant pickup, I think, for matching the jungler. I was wrong. Lulu support, Nautilus jungle. Sorry. Be patient. I have mental issues.
So how do you think the Gragas and Shyvana frontline is going to fare against the Nautilus and Azir trying to frontline?
I don't think very well. I think Shyvana's going to get zoned out pretty hard. I think Shyvana in the early to mid game is going to be really impactful as a hunter and killing people one-on-one. Once it comes to team fighting, she's going to ult, and then either Azir's going to knock her out of the way, or she's going to kill Jinx. One of those two things is probably going to happen. And if either one of those does, then that's a problem. Definitely a problem.
Both of these teams have like a tendency to never really commit to a single strategy with their team comps.
Yeah, no, they definitely have a mix-up here. Because they've got Nautilus, who's super aggressive, and they've got Azir, who can be, but is mostly laid back. And conversely, you got Shyvana, who's super aggressive, and then you got Gragas, who can be, but again, can be also very laid back. And then Karma, which is neither here nor there on that.
Like things that we saw in the match that you played in, where you guys chose Rakan and Yasuo and Zaya. What else did you guys choose?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Either way, we were definitely trying to get the knockups for Yasuo. We were trying to all be highly coordinated as far as our picks. Heavy CC
Your team
picks.
was very clear what you wanted to do. Your team comp was clear, engage, knockups. It's all you wanted to do, and you did it all through early game, mid game, and late game.
It was beautiful. It was great. And I agree that here there's a little bit of diversity as far as what they want to do. You've got Lulu, great peel, not the best aggressor. So you're going to have all that focus come down on Nautilus if he engages, or Fiora. I mean, it could come down on Fiora, but that's going to be really hard to deal with. It's just a lot of damage for Fiora to take. So I definitely feel like there are people who've heard a duel, because she can duel Shyvana or Gragas off on the flank of a fight maybe, or in a skirmish. But in a team fight, she's going to get melted by Jace and Ashe. Which, that's a Jace mid, by the way, which means the team is primarily AD. There's Gragas top, but that's not going to be a whole bunch of magic damage. Same with Karma. Decent amount, depending on how fed she gets. Could have a lot of damage. Might be a little lacking.
I mean, in competitive play, you do want as many options as possible.
But you want those options to work with each other. You don't want, oh, this is a kite person. Oh, and this is an engaged person. Oh, and this is...
Yeah, you don't want your team comp to be
So-
thin. You don't want them to be thin
Right.
like that.
You don't want to necessarily stack all for one thing, but you definitely want to stack mostly towards that thing. You don't want to kind of have dyssynergy going between the two.
Like before, they had GG had a decent poke comp going on with Jace, and they had Varus, and they had Lulu to keep them alive, and then they had 2 other people that could do different stuff, but still help the poke idea.
I definitely think that's correct. Here I see a little bit less synergy between. They got Ashe. They still have the Jace, but now they have Ashe. Less poke, more team fight oriented, more pick oriented. Shyvana, pick oriented. She can be a good team fighter. I don't think very good versus a Seer, but she could be a decent team fighter. She's very much like Olaf. And then you've got Gragas. That's kind of like, Again, neither here nor there as far as which category he falls into. Kind of a flex pick, but definitely doesn't help or hinder either one.
I'm trying to see what the Karma wants to do with that comp, because Ashe already gives you slows.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would expect you would either want someone a little tankier, like Braum, to protect Ashe and also help with the team fight, or you would go with someone who's a full defensive support.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good pick. Braum or someone like Tom Kench.
I don't personally like Tom Kench, but yes, I think you're right. It would have been a better pick.
What is it about Tom Kench you don't like?
Mostly that he's a terrible champion and he only has one good ability. That's pretty much it. I mean, he can eat the AD carry and keep them alive for a few seconds longer. That's pretty good. It's also remarkable. He can pull them out of CC, but his doesn't do any damage anymore. His scaling's really far down. He's not very tanky compared to what he used to be. It's just, I feel like they just nerfed his stats to the point where he's not a super viable champion. Either way, we're getting back into the game. Do we get a chance for Skin Wars? SKT1.
Okay, I see Project Fiora though. Project Fiora, Astro Nautilus, SKTT1 Azir, Slayer Jinx, and Plain Lulu. We got
Plain
Superfan
Lulu?
Gragas. That's no skin Lulu, Plain Lulu. Superfan Gragas, Championship Shyvana, Full Metal Jace, and Project Ashe, and Plain Karma. The supports don't have enough money for skins. As you know, support is the lowest income role. You should expect this.
Exactly. Exactly. All supports never get skins. That being said, I think, honestly, SKT T1 Azir wins outright. That's just an amazing skin. I love it. Slayer Jinx is pretty awesome too.
I feel like Superfan Gragas and Project Ashe get some points here.
Oh, I think they get some points, so it's not maybe not a total win, but it's decisive. It's a decisive victory.
I'd
Heads
like
up,
to note that the only skin that makes your character a blonde here is Championship Shyvana. Proving to all the girls out there that if you want to be a winner, you need to be blonde.
It's true. It's true. Lunar Gecko is not aware that Alpha's there. Alpha might be aware that Gecko's there. I doubt it, though. Pretty standard screen starts from both of these teams. And wow, everyone just standing around. This is beautiful. Okay, here goes.
And we're gonna face check this. Come on.
Is it? Is it?
Come on.
Come on. You know you want to. Just
I know
throw
you
an
have
anchor
your
in
trinket
there.
ward. Just put a ward in the bush. Put a ward in the bush.
Come on, guys. Ward the bush. There it goes. Oh, here comes
Okay.
Gecko.
Now we
Boom.
understand something here.
Sorry, buddy. No cheeky steals today. I'm not sure what that was all about. He's hanging around up there still.
They sensed each other.
Okay, the jungler is not at his buff right now. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. Starting Raptors.
All right, so it's
Didn't notice that.
Raptors. This is a possible aggressive start. When you start Raptors, it could be aggressive because
Oh,
Raptors will give you
Elisa. Sorry.
Raptors will give you level 2, and then you could go to like your wolves or your blue and then invade.
That might be what Shyvana wants to do. She's really
Or
big
you
on
could
that
go
front.
like to red. But yeah, generally if you're gonna start Raptors, it helps you with a very aggressive start.
I would hope we see that little action. There's not a lot of whole invading that goes on. A whole lot of invading, I should say, that goes on in this league competitive series here. But I would certainly like to see it, and Shyvana is a champion that can do it.
All right, so you have any insights into the Ashe Jinx matchup?
Yes, Ashe wins that one in lane pretty much every single time, and Karma wins out against Lulu every single time. So, definitely, as you can see, GG just has a huge advantage there. But I think Ashe is not worth as much as Jinx late game, except for the arrow.
That's true.
The arrow is worth more than Jinx ult, but
Oh my,
damage per
Shyvana is
second?
very low.
yeah, she went really low on that start. She didn't get a leash at all, so it'll make it kind of hard to clear. Looks like she's going. I was gonna say nut for the dragon. No way you can do that, but she might
How
gank
come
this
she didn't get a
bot side.
leash? You know, Jace could have landed a little blast through the bush. I mean, through the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why they didn't leash her. That might be hindrance later on.
I think Fiora's gonna be fine in top lane. I don't think Gragas can kill her unless she like really messes up.
I'm really impressed by Karma landing those Qs. Minion waves, doing a pretty good job. Obviously, that was an ulted one, so it's a little easier, but nevertheless, it's kind of hard to thread the needle sometimes, and she's doing a pretty good job. Keep that poke up.
All right, Shyvana. I'm sorry, no, Shyvana's still doing her jungle camp. But Fiora's shoving in Gragas. Gragas is low mana. He can't really fight.
Yeah, and she's getting those vital hit procs. Again, mini games that are really good.
All right, well, Shyvana thinks that no one sees her, but she's clearly ooh, ward coverage, guys. Ward coverage.
Yep, there's word coverage in. She's gonna have to jump over with that seed. GG survives for now. Saw once again. Karma coming through. Lunar Gecko taking a lot of damage from Fearless.
Yeah, guys, if you see them take their Raptors, you can almost always assume it's going to be an invade.
Shyvana doesn't get away with anything there.
Didn't work out this time, no.
Still ahead in camps right now. That might have been just because Nautilus hasn't cleared his Raptors yet. Anyway, CS difference in the bot lane. Negligible. 4 CS lead for Jinx. Crazy Chris is down a little bit of health. Karma, there we go. Ult Q again. Shield takes the next proc. A lot of damage. It
Looks
adds
like
up.
Nautilus really wants to get a pick here at this mid lane. He's been there twice so far, and it's only been 5 minutes.
That's quite frequent. I would not be surprised if he is really looking to get his year ahead early. Oh wow.
I would have chased that down in bot lane. Her polymorph is on cooldown. She just shielded herself.
Yeah,
Jinx should
no,
die here.
I agree, and there were no traps. The traps were just used, so the umbilical cord of destiny is going to come through when a root happens. Wow, that damage. That's crazy.
Yeah, they should have engaged immediately after those 2 cooldowns were down. They would have had a whole lane to chase them through.
And now they're pretty low on mana. I don't know if they can really fight, and certainly don't have the chase to follow all the way back to turret unless they land another umbilical cord that channels all the way through.
Well, Lulu is low. They have more mana. If they want, they can just wait, farm up, and get 6, and then just immediately go after them.
Yeah, but summoners are up. It's going to make it harder. The heal is definitely there. The exhaust. If you overextended and they gank you, I mean, look at the ward coverage. They got to play safe.
But Shyvana wants to find something up here with Fiora, but I think she got seen.
I'm pretty sure she got seen, but maybe not. Oh, there it
Nope.
is.
She didn't get
Ricky
seen.
Ninja says, now's my time to shine, but wow,
She should
that
be able to get out of
burnout.
here pretty easily, though.
Yeah, there's no real CC in that lane unless Gragas supplies it, and I think his body slam was on cooldown. Oh wow, that's the body slam right there. Cast.
But she's level 6, and she hits the vitals, and this could be a death if she goes all in. And she's not gonna.
She knows that Shyvana is still there. Does not want to give anything away for free.
It's likely because I'm bronze, but I would have ulted and gone.
Hey, you never know. Bronze plays sometimes are the best plays. Either way, Shyvana's wasting a decent amount of time hanging around this top side, making sure that Gragas doesn't die.
All right, we're seeing something a little different from Never Back Down. They're clearing some wards there. They cleared a ward in mid. That's good.
Yep.
We're learning from our mistakes.
No, they definitely are. They have some control wards down, one in the Dragon Pit, one on the top side of the land mass that borders mid lane, and River looks like...
And not letting that happen again.
Yeah, they're going to try and get better control. I think Nautilus just took that blue buff. I'm positive he did, so yeah. Thievery does not get the blue buff that he was hoping for that would help him win the lane. That's going to be a...
Nah, he believed in it, man. He didn't need it.
Didn't even need it. He was just there to leash it.
He just wanted like Azir to see how you do damage to people.
Okay. Setting the example. That makes sense. Shyvana's going to get spotted by this deep control ward here. Got to clear that out.
Wow, they're doing really good.
Yeah, solid wards.
Did
Getting
someone
into
tell him what I said, dude?
Maybe. They could have been watching the stream, I guess. They're saying, hey, what do the casters have to say about us? And then they actually listened or something? More than likely, I think their coach just probably said, hey, guys, that was because warding was bad. And so now they're making a conscious effort to ward, probably. I think when you win games, you forget about warding. When you lose games, you remember warding. 8 minutes in, still no first
All right,
blood.
so
despite
Nautilus
a lot of
is in
skirmishes.
Shyvana's jungle. He's going to try to come up, but he's going to get seen by that control ward. So what else is going to happen?
It might. He stops to take it. I was gonna say he might have made it up there beforehand anyway, but it's not gonna happen.
All right,
Shyvana's.
so we've seen the enemy jungle on the top side of the map. We're already bot side. I think what we want to do is get a gank in bot lane, get him low, shove him out, and take dragon.
Yeah. And Shyvana's here. She wants part of this. She's level 6. Nope. Just ward coverage is there, and they're able to back off. Exactly what you're talking about. They don't get what they want there, and it makes it easier on the side of Never Back Down. Ninja Ricky gonna pick up this pink ward for himself. Say, hey, thanks, an extra 30 gold there. And now ward coverage, you see, drifting a little bit more towards the side of Guardian Gaming.
Here comes
And-
Nautilus for that mid gank that he's been fiending for.
All right, so walk in, depth charge, walk out. I like it. Well done.
Spear tactics. Spear tactics.
Exactly. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Here we go. The stun
There's
comes
an
out.
arrow,
That's going to
on
be
Jinx, ultimate.
Wild
Oh,
Growth
gonna
goes
come
down.
out.
They're rooted. Crazy Chris trying to find a way out of this fight. Too much feel from Lulu. There was Jinx's escape right there, my friend. It's called Lulu ult. Wild Growth is going to keep her alive.
Well, we got those down, and I don't know why Shyvana's backing.
Yeah. Shyvana
That
didn't use ult, did she? No, she didn't.
she ulted. You know, she ulted in.
Shyvana did?
Yeah, she ulted.
Oh, yeah,
in.
you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm not
And
sure.
I
The
still
ward coverage
feel
is-
like that could have. I feel like that could have been a dragon. Because you cleared all the wards by it. You could have.
Yeah.
It.
And that was just a textbook, because Shyvana roamed through, cleared out all the wards, then came back for the gank. I feel like you're absolutely right. There's no ward coverage there for the side of Never Back Down. You could just
There's
walk
no
up there.
ward
and take the
coverage.
dragon.
You could call your jungle. You know that they that Lulu's protection ult is down.
Yeah, if they try to fight you, you're just gonna kill them probably. Lulu's moving up, as is Ashe. They might be looking for a pick somewhere around here. Control ward's gonna get spotted, I think. No, it's not. Ashe has been spotted. Not Ashe, excuse me, Jinx.
Right. So are we gonna start getting this dragon? Looks like they are. Feel good about this.
They know. Bam! Huge hits come
Goodbye.
through. Downtown, Karma and Handcam. First blood to the man with the hammer. And now he's the man with a bloody hammer after smashing a Jinx. So they're going to go rotate
That's
right
gonna
to
be
that
Dragon.
Infernal.
There you
They're
go.
going to pull it out. Good move by Guardian Gaming here. They're going to hang
Guardian
right onto
Gaming
that.
is out to show people that it was not just because of the not warding. They're showing people that we're good at the game too, not just because it wasn't wards.
Well, I think the fact they're able to establish ward control here, really good. Really good. Because this whole area was in the possession of Never Back Down. And now Fearless surely will ult here. He gets 2 Vital procs there. He's pretty low.
Had some crit magic damage there. That was cool.
Nice Vital proc again. Are we going to see the Grand Challenge? No. There's another Vital proc.
He's doing really good in this lane.
Here. He is doing extremely well. Yep. There's the man with
I
the
mean,
hammer.
for someone who has to like give up all that pressure because you know that Fiora can duel you, he's still doing pretty decent.
Yeah, definitely. And he's behind a lot of CS, but he's still able to... Whoa, what is going on here? Karma disconnecting, I think. That's
Oh
going to be a
my.
free kill.
Can we get a pause, please? Oh,
Crazy Kiss. Nope, there's no pause. That was actually discussed previously that Never Back Down asked them to remove their support because they were lagging so much. And Guardian
See, that
Gaming
was a,
said, no, we just won't pause it.
Ash right there said clear DC. Like she just
Yeah.
walked into those people, but she
But again, it was discussed previously because
decided to take it. We're ready. Why else would we walk into you? We're not allowed to pause in the middle of the fight.
again
Oh,
though they asked them to remove the support so they would not have the pauses in the game because it's clear the support has an unstable internet connection, so they knew that going into the game, and they said we will play with the support, and it was alluded that they would not pause. They did not. They said we will not pause, but it was one member of the team that said that we would not pause. It was not a statement of the team as a whole that they would not pause.
So for context, by the way, I just want to let you know that while I'm still here, they have exactly the remaining time of minutes left from what they did pause previously. So they have exactly 5 minutes of remaining time on their pause. So that's
Okay.
all they have left. And if it goes past that, then we're going to actually have to start taking a more careful look on the situation. Right
Okay.
now, that's all they have remaining for pause time.
That makes sense.
Goodbye for now.
Ash gets rooted here. Sidesteps the W.
Yep. Lots of action going out topside here. Here it comes, and Azir is the one that is focused around. He managed to duck around. Shreeman shuffle, not quite. Here goes Depth Charge, gonna knock up 1, 2. Hook goes out. Ricky Ninja has to flash away. Fearless is now chasing harder. Grand Challenge has gone down. Ricky Ninja on very low health. Is he gonna get it? The Vital proc goes down because he went for the seed, and now he's gonna get away. Fearless will escape that area, at least for now. He's got the man with the hammer chasing him. Jace is on a warpath. Is he gonna get the EQ combo?
Is he?
It's coming up. Cough cooldown very soon. Nope. That's
gonna
Fiora
live.
making it out
All
with a
right.
kill. Outstanding job by all members there. I was an alpha and Fearless working together to pick up a kill.
I'd like to note that dragon play earlier for GG has kept them a HUD in gold.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but they might lose this mid tower. Obviously, Jace is a good tower pusher, not just because he's AD, but he's got the auto attack speedy uppies. So that's going to help him out a lot, but he's trying to take that tower down. GG still looks like they have a firm grip on this game, but I don't know, Never Back Down. It looks like they have a lot of fight left in them. They don't look demoralized right now.
Yeah, that's good. They shouldn't be. They're doing well. The lead that they have isn't to the point where like you can clearly feel it. You know, they should feel that way. They can do this.
Yeah, there's only 1k gold deficit and the Infernal Drake, so really it's not that bad. First tower is going to be pretty important, I think. Whoever gets that first tower down,
Right.
That's
Looks
gonna
like
be-
we're gonna have something happen in the river here.
I think you're right. Looks like maybe they decided to take a break. Jace and Shyvana are there. They're posturing.
Are they gonna try to go down to bot lane here?
A downtown shot doesn't connect from hand cam.
Oh no, they're just disengaging. Or-
They're just going to go for a really long walk around the river there. Ash Arrow off cooldown. They could try another lane gank here. They got that ward cleared out from that near bush. But with Shyvana down there.
Do they have vision on that Azir in that bush?
No, they did not. Tribush. Tribush was warded, so they did see Azir was down there. I don't think they know he's in the Tribush. Or in that bush, rather. Oh, a cute Syphilis might go down.
Oh my.
There's a beautiful Shuriken shuffle, but it's going to be airborne. Mr. Jeremy diving back, and the soldiers go forward. Thrivy picks up a kill. Teleport comes in for Handcam. He's looking for acute syphilis. He's not going to get it from downtown, but the hammer slam is going to bring home 1 kill for the side of GG. Here comes the teleport from Fearless, looking for that grand challenge, but the fight's already over. Nothing left to get. Oh, wait. Here's Alpha. And there goes Alpha. Casually walking through. Again, just nothing to get there, and they burn some summoner spells. I don't know. Who do you think really came out on top there?
Well, so far, according to the gold lead, GG's still ahead. But I feel like that actually could have gone a lot worse for GG, and I like how they're playing right now. In the other matches that I've seen so far in this league's actual series, a lot of teams have tried, like as soon as one of your members dies, teams will just go in and feel like they have to get 2 kills to make up for it, when they're better off just like accepting that somebody died and walked away. That's what GG did here. They were like, okay, we got one of us went down, we're not going to push it, we're just going to go away.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Azir had a lot more to fight there if they tried to kill him. Defensively, he had a lot more damage to give out. It's going to be that mid tower possibly going down? Yeah, there we go. And that's the first tower. So a lot of gold going on to Handcam now. He's 2-0. He's packing a lot of the punch for GG.
Now, what I would want to see here is, I would want to see Never Back Down go ahead and go top lane and get that turret. So I feel like 2 of them could kill Gragas pretty easily, and they could take that turret.
Yeah, and definitely there's not a lot of ward coverage right there. You can slip through the river probably. That's another thing though. They need to monitor those control wards that have been going around. GG's
I
been
think
very
I would
good.
go 2 top. I would send Fiora and Azir top, and then everyone else is going to be bot lane around Dragon.
Yeah, right now I think there's going to be a fight around Dragon pretty soon. Both teams want it. It is another Infernal, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken. It is an Infernal Drake. And there's going to be some small trading going down bot side. Lunar Gecko, he's struggling here. Look at that vital proc damage. It's very big. Fiora has quite a bit of CS, has the Ravenous Hydra. I would definitely be hesitant to fight her.
Yeah, Ravenous Hydra is one of Fiora's really big item power spikes, so I feel like Never Back Down should be playing around that much more than they are now.
Yeah. And that's something that you saw a lot more in Season 3 that you do today, is playing around item spikes. These days it's not as big. Here's Thriven, though. Whoa, huge downtown shot. Leaves acute syphilis very low. I was in Alpha, also being taken low and zoned off with the umbilical cord. That Dragon is very low now. Red team
Dragon's
picks it
gonna
up.
be free.
Stunned is Azir. That's going to be the Shuriken Shuffle coming out there. Nice ultimate comes through from Jinx, but it's not going to be enough to pick anything up. And another shot from
they're
downtown
so
finishes
low.
it.
Oh, they're so low.
Yeah, they're just so... Oh, yeah. That breaks your heart as a Kha'Zix.
So a really good play that went out there is that Nautilus ulted the low health Shyvana. I don't know who was predicting this, but you know Nautilus ult, it goes in a line. That's a knockup for everyone who's in that line to your target. I don't know if he predicted this, but when Shyvana got low, she's obviously going to dive back to her backline. So she's going to do the work for you and get you that CC where you wouldn't have had it before.
That I didn't notice that, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's actually a very good thing to point out for anyone playing Nautiluses. Because that is a very natural instinct for a tank. When you're low, dive for that backline. And yeah, I think you're right. That could be a really solid play, or just a really awkward play.
I don't know when Jinx used her ult, but if she had saved it, that could have been an easy triple kill for her for pressing R.
Yeah, the ult came through shortly after Azir's wall, and it came from the Dragon Pit side, and it connected with Handcam and with Mr. Jeremy, and almost killed them, but it was not quite enough. Ham, not hand. The cam a ham.
Well, while that was happening, Fiora did get the top lane turret.
Oh, heads up, Mr. Jeremy, you're about to be
Mid
sliced
lane
and
is going
diced.
to go down.
That's a nice attempt disengaged by Gragas, but just nothing there to really help him out that much.
Did he have any kills? Yes, he did. That's shutdown gold going to the entire team.
All right, I like it. Blue buff picked up by Jace. Not sure what the play here is. Gold is slightly in favor of GG, but really not that much. And the kills are even. Towers are really the only thing making the difference right here. Also the 2 Infernal Drakes. That's actually pretty big. Whoa, massive damage from downtown for the man with the hammer. But no follow-up. I was really expecting a little more follow-up. Are we going to see the Grand Challenge finally come out here? I know Fearless doesn't really want to put it down, especially since he knows Lunar Gecko can just disengage. And now Fearless has to run for his life. Airborne jumps over with the seed, or was jumped over. I didn't see which was which. Wow, the Grand Challenge did go down right before she died. Not
she held her load too long.
Yep. That's Ricky Ninja coming up with the ham cam. They're going to pick up this dirty deep sea diving astronaut pretty easily. More gold going over to GG.
I was really confused about that turret going down in mid lane with GG.
Which part?
The turret going down in mid lane.
Just that they didn't send anyone, or what?
Just that they didn't just immediately collapse on them.
That's true. Hamcam, whoa, in an awkward spot here. He's going to get picked up a little bit, but he's dealing damage to Thrivy. Shuriman Shuffle's going to keep him out. The Hall is going to go down. Hamcam is going to get the kill onto Jink. The backline trying to get away. Ninja comes in for the Ninja Snail. Double kill for Jace. Shyvana gets out with 1.
And that's why. See, the goal lead reached the point where if they collapse in team fight, they can pretty much kill anybody they want to.
And now it is looking very much Guardian Gaming time. Everyone's still very much full HP. Karma's dealing a decent amount of magic damage. They're going to get another tower here. They definitely, Baron's on the table at this point. They don't have a quick exit from Baron, but they have a really good opening to fight over Baron.
Well, all of Never Back Down is up at this point. So they could start if they want to, but I don't think they can now because they know they're there.
They probably need to spend gold. I think you're right. They get that gold spent into items, and they're really going to be able to start snowballing.
No, you think that'd be common sense to a lot of people, but even in the LCS, I think recently it was that a team lost a fight at Baron 4v5. It was sad because they didn't buy items.
It's true, because you think, oh wow, we're really ahead, but you're not ahead until you base. I mean, maybe levels wise you're ahead, but you're really not ahead until you base and spend that money. Looks like they're just going to reset and reclaim all of the resources that are available to them right now. Talk about these item breakpoints. Jinx has IE and has a Zeal. Ashe, on the other hand, has Bork and Zeal. Got Jace.
So this is setting up to be a 3v3 in the bot lane, but Fiora's going to come. So 4v3 in the bot lane.
Doesn't look good for Thrivy. He's a little caught out. Manages to dodge the orb. Here comes the arrow. Runs right into him. Hammer comes down, and that's going to be an end before he can even use anything. Crazy Chris will follow. 2 brothers to the grave they go. Dragon's up in 16. It's going to be another Infernal Drake. That is absolutely barbaric.
See, I think this is one of the fundamentals when it comes to like competitive play. When you know that your team is ahead, like you have 2 Infernal Drakes and everyone has more CS than their counterpart, you don't need to be scared. This is the point where you can just group up and just see people and decide to kill them.
Absolutely correct. That's what they're doing here. Now with a 3 Infernal, that is a crazy amount of damage that we're coming through.
And you see this happen in solo queue a lot, where they go out and they kill people and they still don't win the game. That's because you're not doing what GG's doing here. They don't just go out and kill you for no reason. They kill you because if you're dead, they can get an objective easier.
Exactly. If you focus around the objectives, that doesn't mean you always get the objectives. But if you are forcing them to play around a turret and you're continually killing them until you get that turret, not only are you getting ahead in gold, but you're getting the objective itself, which is eventually the Nexus. You force them to fight around these other objectives, around that red buff, around the blue buff, or dragon, or baron, or towers, anything. You have to have a goal in mind that you're fighting over. Unless you're an assassin, in which case you just want to get fed.
True. And I think if GG wants to keep going with the current playstyle they have now, they can be known as just the chokeout team. Like, they'll get ahead, and then suddenly the jungler has no buffs, and there are nothing in our jungler anymore.
Definitely they have that mentality right now, and I think if they applied it fully and embraced that, they definitely could come up with a reputation for that. Definitely these past two games have been
they
that
could
way.
easily be a chokeout jungle. I mean, a chokeout team.
Beautiful ultimate comes in, and that's going to be Fearless Stun. Flash forward from Gecko, lands it out there, but beautiful repoise as well. Here comes the Ninja. He's diving in hard. Actual cute Syphilis trying to find a way out of there. He's going to have to use the Wild Growth on himself. The Shuriman tower there is going to protect them as they can't really dive in. Jinx picks up that tower on the bot side. She's not in this fight. Oh, this is scary here. The order is given, but is there a kill coming back on that?
All right, so backing off here is a bad idea to me. All right, so Lulu is low. Mid lane is below 40% health. Jinx was last seen bot lane. Baron should have already been started right now.
They have the ward coverage already in place for Baron. They have 2 control wards in beautiful spots. It's definitely time to start pushing that advantage.
The moment they saw like Jinx took Dragon, they should have just, you know what, we got one, done with this fight, so then we get there.
Yeah, absolutely correct. As soon as she shows that she's not there with the team, then you should be going for that. Because she cannot make it in time, and if they try to fight you without it, you're just going to crush them.
Mid laner's already below 40% health. If he does something, he's gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Thrifty trying to make a play. Does a streaming shuffle. Flash comes out, and Ricky Ninja not going to make anything happen. But they are going to get that control ward out of there as GG starts to group up again. Good vision going down. He's never back down. Here comes Karma from the other side. Tries that cute little Q buff, but it's not going to go through. It's not going to connect.
All right, so here's the fun part of the game. We're at 28 minutes. One team has 3 Inferno Drakes, and we're getting to the late game. Now we get to see how well the teams can think, because it's decision-making time. Now, it's what buff do you want to get? Do you want to get Baron? Do you want to get Elder Dragon? Or do you want to see if you can win skirmishes and take turrets?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. They need to make a decision here. And GG, I feel like they're a little hesitant because up until this point, it's just been get this objective, get that objective. But now, those objectives are very far away from their fountain. So it's a long way back if they make a mistake. And I think you can see the hesitation creeping in the tiniest bit.
This is why Ryze is my favorite champion, because at this stage of the game, your team is essentially unbeatable. Assuming you haven't fed.
I love how you have to put that little disclaimer on there.
I mean, if you've been feeding, nothing I say will help you in the game.
Nothing can help you feed. That's Devontae 2K17. Wow, it's interesting that Never Back Down is actually pushing GG's a little bit back. They've established a good line of vision, well beyond the Baron pit.
Look at how the IMs are matching up right now.
Yeah,
Azir doesn't have. There's no penetration on. There's no penetration on Never Back Down. No penetration on anybody actually. Nope, no. Jace has a Youmuu's, so there's a
has
Youmuu's
Blink.
and a Manamora right now, so he's doing very well.
heads up. Here comes a Streaming Shuffle. He's going to catch that, but oh, it's his own demise. A Crystalline Arrow does collect. Here's the teleport. Redemption comes through, but it's not going to be making much difference here. And that's Nautilus going down 3 for none. Very quickly.
Are they backing off? Are they
Baron.
going to Baron? Make me proud.
I don't think there's anything anyone can do if they go for the... Maybe a steal, but there's no jungler to steal.
What is the next dragon, Elder or?
Next dragon is Elder.
Alright, so if they really want to just like end this game right now, they could get Baron and get Elder.
I don't think they need Elder. I would do Baron, middle inhibitor, then get the dragon, then go bot lane, bot inhibitor. That's what I would do.
I
Just
personally
rush it down
just
mid.
really like just the overkill aspect.
I like the overkill aspect too, but if you spread out those buffs, you force them into a more desperate position because you don't need the Elder to beat them again mid. But if you back off and grab Elder after you get mid, and then you move down there, I think they're going for you. It doesn't really matter. Everyone's
It's
concerned
not
about this
Elder, ew. It's Mountain.
But it's
ew.
30. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 35 minutes then. I thought it was 30 minutes. My bad.
It's fine. Alright, so because it's not Elder, they shouldn't be here. There's no reason to fight. If they
No,
want a
definitely.
Mountain Drake to have it. I'm gonna go take mid turret.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Like, yeah, whatever. That they should push bot. Then they have a wave down here. They have the Baron. The Mountain Drake is nice in that it helps them take towers. But heads up, Alpha taking a little damage. Ricky Ninja.
Yeah, that's a part of the choke out style team that I want them to become. I want them to know like what's an easy trait.
Yeah. Yeah, choking out, I mean, is fine, but if you could trade Dragon for an inhib, do it.
Dude, that's a part of the mind game of being a choke out team.
That's
You're
true.
choking them out, your enemy team wants to get something. And when they think that they have a good thing they can get, you're like, no, I tricked you, I wanted this instead.
Yeah. Gragas managed to pick up that second tower mid lane, and this wave surely will see the end of that tower. No? Pretty good defense. There's a redemption. Heal the wave. Heal everyone in it. They're just going to keep working on this. Oh, Ricky gets rooted up. It's a lot of damage. Salasad. There goes the crystalline arrow. Flash comes in from Jinx, and now it's going to be Fearless. The one
Jinx
that
getting
does
excited, but is she
go
gonna
down.
live?
Oh, Mr. Jeremy's now under pressure. Gecko throws it
Ooh,
out. Lunar
yeah.
Gecko picks up Jinx, and now Hamcam is not going to survive, and that's going to be the grand challenge coming through. Fearless is the one that
What is
stands
that?
at the end
An
of this
ace?
fight,
This
2-1.
could be this game?
Yeah, I don't think it's game. They don't have enough damage.
Well, it's at least 2 inhibs.
Yeah, it should be 2 inhibs. Very bloody fight, and the closest fight we've seen, it was everyone on Never Back Down died, and Rio on the side of GG, but it's a very, very close one.
Yeah, it didn't go as well as we wanted it to. We only got 1 inhib off of that. We gave him a lot of shutdown gold.
Yeah, I think now is the time you can just go top. Basically, once you take an inhibitor, whether it's bot or top, you want to instantly start pushing the opposite lane. Because they have to send someone to the lane that you just took that inhib in, or else they're going to lose the game. So I think it's very good idea to send someone to that top side, send all 5 members top, and just try and get that next inhib. Unless you think you can end through bot, I guess.
I just noticed that Jace is 11-1. This is
Yeah, I know, he's absolutely savage. Ricky Ninja is caught out just a little bit, but downtown shot comes through, zones off everybody just a little bit. They get, hey, that guy still has a ton of damage.
so far. Jinx's only completed items are her IE and a Ruinous Hurricane and her. No, is it Berserker's Greaves? Yeah, Berserker's
Yeah,
Greaves.
Berserker's Greaves. It looks like they are just going to push in this top lane. Gragas, once again, pushes mid. Making the choice. Oh, Thrivy is not the best spot there.
Is Gragas gonna go for a
It's a huge-
full flank here, or are you just gonna join his team?
I definitely would like to see the full gank, but there goes Jinx. You need to fight, dive,
Might
take that
be-
tower.
Might be a full flank. This might be Azir's death.
That might be if he comes through there. Let's see it. Here it comes.
See the cast.
Goes in.
Okay, I like it.
Rivy mikes it out, but that's going to be a huge crystalline arrow comes in. But the wall is a lot, and Thrivy is going to get taken down. No, Zhonya's Hourglass comes into the last moment of redemption. Once again, they take out Azir's turret. They manage to get no one, and Alpha does go down. It's going to be crazy. Chris absorbing that shot from Jace. That's another
Flank was a
inhibitor
really
tower.
good idea.
There goes that second inhib.
That's 2 inhibs. We can move to mid now.
Yep, and the wave's already pushed up because Gragas started that slow push before he joined for the flank. Brilliant.
Now we have some of our people are below 50% health, but most of us are full. We want to take this fight because they're closer to their base, they can heal more.
Heads up Fearless, though. He's going in. He's got the challenge down. Mr. Jeremy trying to find a way out of that fight. He's very, very low. Thrivi trying to keep it going with a little bit of slows. In the end, they're going to get Ricky Ninja and no other members of Guardian Gaming.
Alright, so we lost one member. That was our jungler. Sucks, because ideally we would either want to get that Elder Dragon and end right now.
Yeah, Elder Dragon, definitely an objective right now, and you could either use that Elder to take Baron, or you could just use that Elder to end. Either one.
I mean,
don't
both
think they're
teams
gonna be
want
able
it.
to
'Cause we have 4 dragons, and 3 of them are Inferno. So you don't want us to get that Elder Dragon.
Yeah. It's definitely something that Never Back Down is going to strive to prevent, but I'm not sure what they can do at this point.
They shouldn't do anything. They should just turtle in base and try their hardest to stop these minions from killing
But
them.
if they turtle, then I'll tell you exactly what's happened. Infernal to Baron, and you walk in the base and you win instantly.
Yeah,
Super minions
the
are
game
so
is essentially
strong
already
these days.
over.
Wow. Crazy Chris just lost that red buff to Ham Cam with a downtown shot. Whoa, and there goes Crystalline Arrow. Nice flash. Ham Cam use that Youmuu's Ghostblade trying to close the gap. They really wanted that pick. Looks like they're just gonna
Essentially,
push
they're in a
for that in-game.
lose-lose situation right now. If they go and try to contest that dragon, even if they get it, they're going to die immediately afterwards. And if they stay in base, we're going to get it, and we're going to walk in and end the game.
Pretty much. I think that's more or less where we're at now.
Like, the best thing they could ask for would be if, like, someone makes a really, really bad arrow with tanking it, and, like, Ashe and Jace tank all of the damage, and they somehow kill them. So I don't think that's going to happen.
So Alpha trying to frontline there. There comes Azir's shoulders. Excuse me. Soldiers for the backside. Oh, there goes the cask. It's not going to do too much. Inhibitor is going to go down. Now that's 3 inhibs down. Ooh, beautiful shot from downtown, and now they're in full run at you mode. Fearless tries to repose a bit of that slow, but it's not going to happen. Very low members on Never Back Down as they retreat into their base.
Now, call me cruel, but the choke-out team comp way of ending this game would be to back off now and then kill everything on the entire rift and essentially just sit outside their base and watch them struggle. It's very cruel.
I'm not sure anyone's that heartless.
It is heartless, but that is generally how a choke-out team wants to win. They've choked out to the point where you have no resources, and now we're going to watch you struggle in a fight we know you're going to lose.
That's pretty dark. I'm not sure I like
It
that.
is.
Heads up though, Fearless
Yeah.
tries to dive in. He's gonna get stunned up, and Wild Growth is gonna throw several people up. Beautiful Shuriman Shuffle's gonna bring him back underneath, and there does a kill. What is going on? 1, 2, 3
This
members
is a
of
comeback.
GG go down, and now it's Thrivi and Handcam. Sonya's Hourglass is gonna be used, and now though, Guardian Angel, beautiful comeback from Never Back Down. Last second as they clear out these super minions. I never would have believed it.
I never would have seen that coming either. Now they have all super minions to clear. What's that death timers? Death timers highest one is like 40 something. I don't think they have enough time to get anything they need to win the game.
That was a beautiful game-saving play. Crazy Chris just trying to pick up some of these resources. What?
But that was a beautiful play. Can you like give us some insights into what exactly just happened?
So basically what went down is Fiora dove forward and they wasted CC on her, and then a Wild Growth knocked up 4 people, and while those 4 were knocked up, Azir seized his chance, Shuriman Shuffle behind all of their team and shoved them under the Nexus towers. And despite, not just the fact they're under the towers, but he hit 4 people with the wall, is huge damage, and then he absolutely annihilated Handcam. As soon as he came back up from GA, they wasted him out again. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the fact that Elder is going to go over the GG here.
Ideally, I would want to see them take Elder and then take Baron, just like to be sure that what just happened just now will not happen again.
Yeah. No, that was you gotta take a step back. As GG, you gotta go, whoa, okay, hold on. We just lost a team fight badly. with the added bonuses that they have, this should be extremely easy. And now, if no mistakes ensue, they should be able to end the game here.
They should be. They are mostly full built. They have every buff that they can get that matters right now. And we're just going to see how this team fight ends.
I think they should go back and get that red buff probably before the end.
Like, if they lose another team fight in their base with all these, like, if this were my team in bronze, we would surrender immediately if we died again. That would just be the end of the match. You earned it. Good job.
Wow, there goes the arrow. Goes a little wide. A little anxious to get a pick here, I think. Azir is really showing his salt. Whoa,
I
downtown
don't like
Crazy
how that
Chris
turned
takes a hit.
out. They look like they're playing a lot more nerf.
Yeah, they're definitely not very confident right here.
That Wombo really shake their confidence there.
Whoa, Ricky almost goes down. He does
Oh
go down. Crazy
my.
Chris picked up the kill. And now it's a 4v5 scenario. They're still got that Elder Dragon to contend with. But what is this wave clear?
Risky
Imp
is
is
weird.
going to bring it back up, but they haven't taken the Nexus Tower down yet.
They have to take the Nexus Tower down.
This is crazy.
Never back down is refusing to back down in these last few minutes of the game.
That's absolutely correct. There, they finally get one of the Nexus Towers, and Acute is
All right,
very
it
low.
looks like
Here
this
we go.
is gonna
This
go
could be-
ahead
it's-
and be the end. Everyone is low. They can't confidently do that Wombo combo again, and they got their
There's
knockup
no-
ult taken away. This
There's
should
no
be the end
Nexus
of the
Towers
game.
going over. Oh, he tries it again. Mr. Jeremy is not going to go down this time, though, and he's going to absolutely pop off. Fearless is going to go
That
down.
is GG, everyone. This was a very good game.
Absolutely good game. Well played. And that's going to be Guardian Gaming coming out on top 2-0.
Tons of highlights, and I think for our new analysis series, we're going to use the little Wombo combo at the end here as our first thing we're going to analyze.
Yeah, that was
worthy.
crazy. That was awesome. I would love to see that broken down in more detail. Do we have to talk about MVP?
We do, because we talked a lot, and I never really focused on individual strengths.
Okay. Hamcam. Absolutely outstanding shots from downtown every single fight. Every single fight, he was hitting the AD with an empowered Q. Every single fight. I'm sorry, but that's just you can't respond to that. Every single fight, there wasn't a single fight where he was not a huge driving force in the winning of the fight. I gotta get to Hamcam.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have to give an honorable mention to Never Back Down there.
Yeah, that was
That
really
is
great what
the-
they did.
That literally
really
is
great.
the last stand I have never seen in the history of this sport so far.
Yeah, it was
Never
absolutely great.
saw a final stand quite like that. They
was
literally were
absolutely
able to coordinate that so beautifully well, so incredibly well, that even against literally no possible way to win, they held against 3 Infernal Drakes and their team that was completely way out in front. That is a absolutely incredible,
It was
jaw-dropping,
absolutely amazing.
inspiring last stand.
That was
Yeah, and
incredible.
if
Okay.
nothing better happens tomorrow, I assume by like Tuesday we're gonna have the analysis series out. And we're gonna analyze that play and why it happened and why it's so good.
My
Yeah,
goodness,
that's
that was single-handed. I want to watch that, by the way. Single-handedly, the greatest last stand I have ever seen. That was absolutely the most impressive last stand.
That was
I've
amazing.
seen some pretty good ones. That one is in the book. That one is definitely in there. I can't even describe to you how many I've seen. That one is in there. That one is absolutely in there. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Alright. Let's
I honestly
let's
wouldn't even feel
I'm done
bad
now, by
about
the way.
losing at that point if I was on that team.
let's
Let's
do
get
you
them in
actually
here
have
right
some-
now.
Do you actually have something to say against Hamcam? Why we shouldn't be MVP though, Devontae?
Oh no, Hamcam did his thing. He was really good. I was just really generally focusing on the macro play, so I didn't really focus on Hamcam's individual play. But based on his ending score, he seems like he was a really big part of why they could pressure so hard.
Yeah, we should get Hamcam in here and talk about that. Hamcam, get down into general chat. talk about exactly what goes into the mind of such a psycho.
When you're ready, Hamcam. Okay, there you go.
Hello.
Hey, Hamcam.
Hello.
I gotta ask right off the
Okay.
bat. How do you see so far those J shots? How are you seeing far shoot and always hit like the backest line champion?
A lot of it was actually our vision was really good that game. Personally, I feel, and a lot of the times, it was good enough to where I could see in the backline, and they just kept barely ever so peeking into the backline. So even if they walked into fog, I have a general idea of where they're at, so I can just shoot a blind shot, and if it hits, it does, and if it doesn't, then like who cares? But a lot of it was you could go back and rewatch, but they just barely walk into vision.
Okay, so that last team fight that we were all raving about, where they made us come back.
The one where they gave it to us real hard.
Cam, in
Yeah.
your words, what went wrong there?
Yeah.
We were. I think what happened was we were too busy talking about what we wanted to do, and then they just caught us off guard where we're going. Do we want to push this, or do we back off for Elder? So they kind of just surprised us. In the end, our team suffers a little bit from just confidence sometimes in those big moments. So it's probably would have been better to just go to the Elder, but in the end, it just didn't matter.
No,
And
definitely.
finally, Hamcam, I want to ask you, what is your favorite objective on the map to get? Is it a turret? Which one? Or is it one of the Barons or Elders? Or is it Red Buff?
The trash talking mid laner on the enemy team. No. Honestly, right now I really like Herald. I think it's fun. I don't think it's like the biggest objective in the game, but I think it brings a cool, unique dynamic to the match.
So then, what brings out your team's personality like that? You guys were really, really solid all the way through the game. Was there any hesitation, or was it just calculation going on?
That whole set, it was a lot of calculation. You know, we get into a team fight where they're TPing and we know we're down. Just okay, that's whatever. We just back off. We know we can do it. Some of it, I wouldn't really say hesitation. Some of it just went wrong. But so beyond the very last team fight where we definitely hesitated, didn't know if we wanted to push or back off. All of it was just do this, do that, move here, get these objectives.
Well, I'll tag in real quick here, Starman, if you wanted to tag yourself out. I'll go ahead
Sure
and
thing.
bring this story to a close here. By the way, Hamcam,
Yeah.
holy moly, you went from top of the list you were like on the top of the list for top laners. You were like fighting your way to try to get first place. You had a lot of competition up there. Suddenly you're like, I could do the same thing in mid lane. And bam, man, you proved that you can get yourself into a really great groove in those matchups. You did an absolutely incredible job. I would dare say you're fighting your way into the top 5 for mid laners right now. I think for sure you have confirmed yourself a nice solid 3rd spot right now after that very incredible performance on accuracy and damage. You did a very good job with both Vlad and with your champion Jace. Just really great performance. I'm actually pretty excited too, because I'm thinking you might be able to actually give some other mid laners a run for their money, and I believe you know the person I'm talking about.
I think the only ones that might be close, just from what I've seen, I mean, obviously I could get bodied by some person I would consider to be a scrub, but the only people I think would be close is maybe Pun Pride if he gets... No, I can't think of any champion he could get that he could beat me on. And Breezy plays a lot of Fizz, and that's a personal tilter, so I'll just ban that, and that's really about it.
Well, then there we go.
Even in a game like this where we accidentally pick Shyvana when we were supposed to grab a Veigar, you know, we can pull it out. When we're not on the champs we want to play, we still win.
Understood. That's a lot of confidence coming out of your group, by the way. So I guess I'll finish up super quick with this interview. Any final thoughts you want to say about your transition from top lane to mid lane, or anything you'd like to say about your standing in this GG world of yours?
I don't know. I'm glad my team is doing what we need to do to get the win out, because in top lane it's so isolated. Already, like, I don't know. I'm out of my meta top lane, so since I play a lot of AP characters top lane, I might as well just go mid. Ermialis doesn't like mid lane, so he moved out. So overall, it's working out pretty well. We like our top laners right now, the 2 people we got. So I don't know. It's looking good. I think it's going to be a pretty good go from here. Pun
Well-
Pride might stop talking a lot of trash soon. We'll see.
Well, you got a heck of a hype train right behind you, by the way, HamCam. You might be the Superman to Pun Pride's Batman, but we'll figure out what kind of superhero matchup we got here. We might even start talking about Optimus versus Megatron. We might be starting seeing some of that kind of going around. We'll figure.
I think it's more like Megatron versus Jazz.
Ooh.
Do you remember the first movie where he just ripped him in half?
Oh, okay. All right. We'll figure stuff out as we go along with the rest of the week. Anyway, HamCam, thank you very much. We'll talk to you maybe next week for
We'll
sure
see.
in the MVP
Could.
spot with the way you've played.
Yeah, it could go either way.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And nice seeing you.
Yep.
Okay, Deanne, final thoughts and oops. Deanne, don't leave me yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Final thoughts about this. By the way, really great job on your part being a new guy. I think you did a really good job with Starman. Oh
Thanks,
yes, of course. I forgot. They actually have their winning song. I should probably play that before.
Have a winning song?
Indeed, they do actually have themselves their winning song. Let me go ahead and find where their winning song is actually. Maybe I might have to actually stop by and see if I can get them to get their winning song as well, because I got to make sure I get that played before they leave. Let me see if Jeremy still has his old winning song. Wait a second. Did they change
Also, could
Thi-
you do me a favor?
Yes.
I need you to let me check if I can do it first. Actually,
Okay.
I need someone to get that replay.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll cover that. We'll cover that after the stream is finished. But I just
Okay.
have to do my end of the deal for what we got. So apparently the last one Jeremy sent was this song. It's not supposed to be for this week, but it is going to be the one that is going to be played. So here we go. This is the song for last week. Apparently it's every time we touch. This is his song for his victory music. So
I imagine there were a lot of melee champions.
sorry, if you want to skedaddle, that's totally alright. But anyway, there you go. That's the short clip of their winning music. I'll make sure I'll get it right next time, because that's technically not what the song they wanted. But hey, man, it's what it's going to be played for now. Anyway, guys, good night. See you guys tomorrow. Well, I won't see you guys tomorrow. It'll be a different streamer for tomorrow. Hopefully, Blaze can do just as great of a job as he did on Friday, because he and Crazy Chris Crazy Chris, I believe, will be streaming, while it will be Blaze and Fred Frederson on the Sunday game coming tomorrow. Thank you again, DNE, for everything. My name is Army Overlord, and earlier was Starman, and here with me now is
Devontae, goodbye.
See you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed Saturday's games.